Vincenzo'S Go Crypto Investing, and there's a new trading competition that's starting for this month. You can see, where is it at? Let's scroll through up here. Blah, 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 blah. Right here, future trading competition, right? It's $10,000 in prizes to be given away. And all you got to do is log in there, right? You just tap that, log in. But you want to use my link that's down below all my videos, right? If we go to YouTube and we go into my videos, you can see on any random video, we'll pause that. You can see my link right there. Just tap on that little tap action. Sign up for Bitget if you haven't joined yet. This is for new and existing people. Use that link down below, and all you need is $100 in your account in order to enter the trading competition, and then you can trade the volatility in crypto, right? And you can help support the channel. And while you're trying to support the channel, you can attempt to win your part of the $10,000 prize, as this is a very volatile market. As you can see, something interesting is happening today. The dollar is down a half a basis point, which is big. You can see gold is responding to that. Gold's up about $100 an ounce from its bottom that it hit a couple weeks ago. Is it done going down? Probably not. Could it still go down more? Yeah, probably. But it's been a nice recovery. But it's interesting that the dollar is declining and Bitcoin hasn't responded. Bitcoin's traded sideways and even falling today, right? I'm expecting a little bit of a move in Bitcoin based on the dollar having such a down week again. I believe it was down last week in total. But you can see gold's had a really nice response since it had that bottom right there, because I believe gold will eventually start to take off. And you can see some of the stocks that I do own, and yes, they are down and they're down big. Even though I have not bought the top, I was starting to accumulate a few years ago when these gold stocks, were down 30 to 60% from its all-time high. And they've continued to consolidate. They've had some big moves. I've been up big money on them, but I didn't want to sell because it's not my time to sell. And I didn't think it would come down this far. Obviously, in hindsight, I would have sold some of those profits, not all the position, but I would have downsized and then re-upsized as the price came down. But it's easier to see what actually happened after the fact, right? But I continue to accumulate, and you can see Pan America Silver. I do have quite the holdings on that, right? I have quite a few shares of this, and you can see its all-time high. We're just going to look at some of these all-time highs. You can see it was way up here, $43, $44. I did not buy anywhere near that. I started buying from its recent peak when that was down 34%, and then I bought more down here when it was down 45%, right? So I was 30 to 45% off the all-time high when I started buying Pan America Silver, right? I own 400 shares of Kinross, and you can see, wow, this one's goes back a long time. You can see Kinross's all-time high was up about 12, 13. What was its all-time high? $30. Wow, it went up to $30. I didn't buy anywhere near there. So from its all-time high in Kinross, I started buying my shares down here. It's in the $5 range, I believe. So it's down about 80% from its all-time high, right? GPL they did a reverse split. right? I had 10,000 shares. Now I got 1,000 change. Not happy about that. Uh, but that's more my speculation. Fortuna Silver, I own quite a few shares of this, and I did not buy anywhere near the all-time high. Let's take this and thaw this out. Right? And Kinra or Fortuna Silver, you can see its all-time high was $9 on this chart. I started buying this down here in the $3.30 range. I think my average price is right about there. So it was down 65% from its high. But you can see with our industry exclusive measuring tool from about where I bought it at current price, we're down 17, 18%. But I didn't buy the all-time highs. I'm buying it when they're down and accumulating, right? And then AEM, I own quite a few shares of this. I upped my position about 2 weeks ago as the price was coming down. And you can see AEM, its all-time high was, wow, $87. I did not buy up there. And from the all-time high, I started buying, it was in the 40s. It was somewhere up in the upper four. It was down about 40, 45% from its all-time high when I started buying. This is a little bit risky because this could be a mountain double top, right? And this could be a neckline. And if that is the case, you would do a targeted move from the top to the bottom, the point of a breakout, and that would be a catastrophic. I would not like to see that. That would bring the price down all the way to about $10 into this white area, the support zone down here in the supply zone, right? This is a major supply zone. If you broke this area right there, you got nothing to hold it up. It would trade into here really quickly. That would not be good for me because I got, I think, 25 shares of this, right? At $40 a pop. That's quite a bit of money. But we're going to continue to accumulate because I do believe eventually the gold and silver price is going to start to take off. And as the gold and silver price starts to take off, the mining stocks accelerate to the upside. And I hadn't buy any of these anywhere near, I just showed you, anywhere between 30 and 40% from their all-time, or 30 to 60% from their all-time highs is when I bought. Let's take a look at this. You can see my account has been getting hammered. You can see we got 30 shares of AEM. We have 500 shares of Fortuna Silver. Kinross, we have 400 shares. And then we have our Europac Gold Fund, which is just tracking the mining shares, right? It's a ETF, a Peter Schiff Europac ETF. And it pays a decent dividend. But you can see in our portfolio, we've been getting slaughtered. You can see we were all the way up to not too long ago, back in the great boom of April, we were all the way up to just over 11 and a half, just $11,400, 11,400 bucks our account got up to. And you can see we went on a moon ride from 60 something hundred, and in less than 3 or 4 weeks, we increased our portfolio by the stocks appreciating by about 5, 6 grand really quick. And now you can see we've had a big fall. We've had a lot of big ups and downs. You can see we had a big up here, then we crashed, right? Then we had a big up here, and then we crashed, and then we had a big up here, and then we crashed, right? So that's what's going on there. You can see it's just like a roller coaster. But we're slowly accumulating as the stocks come down every time. So every time they go back up, our price appreciates higher than what it was. But that's for another time in another place. But you can see the Bitcoin price is starting to come back down again, right? See this? And I fear, like we were talking about yesterday, I was in a short, should have kept it. I put a stop loss on when I was at work because I didn't know if the price was going to skyrocket and didn't want to get liquidated. Made 15%. But as I fear, this might be where you come down to next in the old Bitcoin price, retesting some of these lower levels in this bear flag that we're in at $21,065 is my underneath support. If you want to get bullish, you got to break above this, hold it as support where it's straddling, and then kick to the upside, right? So that's what we're watching out for there. Luna coming down like a house of bricks. You can see Ethereum is, I think, coming down to the 1269 level or that green ring on lower support. If you wanted to get bullish, what you would have to do is stay above this 1688 upper resistance, but it got topped out again by it. And I have a feeling you might come back down here, make another shot up like this, and then trade to the downside in Ethereum. But you got to break above that critical area if you want to get bullish, right? A little Cardano love. You can see we're straddling on Cardano, and I fear with Cardano, if you break back below this, your next move in Cardano would be a swift and fast and hard fall down to 42 cents, which from current price, that's a nice 12% fall. So we're going to watch out to see if Cardano does break back down into this trading area that it's been in for quite some time and come back and test that 42-cent lower support. And then XRP is doing the same thing. You can see it's forming this little mini maybe invert or head and shoulders, but we're getting topped out at that 37-cent level, just like we did right here. And then back there farther, if I zoomed out for you guys, you can see rejection, support, flush down through it, rejected, and now it looks to be our third rejection. And that's why we have that here from the other day, as I fear we're going to trade back down into this 30 to 32-cent range. Like, subscribe, and share to Vincenzo's Go Crypto Investing. Use my links down below. Join the trading competition and take your stab and your shot at trading this volatility and earn some of that $10,000 in cash money prizes. Peace and love. Peace and love.